gets the call that time for strike number one. Temperature was in the 70s earlier today, but 59 at game time tonight. Missed low and inside with it. 1-1.
Well, that's a great take there, right there on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Hey guys, that's just a nasty pitch right there. I can't tell you how many nightmares I've had about nasty sliders, and that's exactly what that was right there.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not at the plate, Junior Garcia. He'll start things out in the top half of the second. A changeup over the inside corner. Cut fastball above the letters, a ball and a strike. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2 is a slider taken for a ball.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
Just a bit low, ball 3. Hugh Eubanks will be next. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the home team. And if you look at the numbers on this team, defensively, they're in the top 5 fewest errors in the league. Flashing the leather, picking and grinning. Keep an eye on them. They play stout defense.
Into the box now, Hugh Eubanks. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Hugh Eubanks.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Breaking ball taken right down the middle.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. And 2 quick outs here in the second. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Miguel Campos. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes right here? Expect this guy to try and drive the baseball right here.
1-1-1 to the left. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Boy, D-Roll, this looked like one of those easy 1-2-3 innings. Next thing you know, a little swinging ground ball and a 2-out infield base hit.
Yeah, it's never too late, and you never know when a rally's going to start. It seemed innocent early on. He got 2 quick outs, but now we see traffic at first.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Very weakly on the ground. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Leading off the inning, Marcos Aparicio, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Ready with the 0-2. And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Into the box now, Dean Jimenez. As a good changeup will get him to commit too early, and it's strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, this is interesting right here. Got him down 0-2. He's been swinging the heck out of the bat. I thought they would pitch around him. He's going to have to button it up a little bit.
Tapped up the third base line. Bends down and he barehands it. Got him. Now to the plate, Luis Mejia. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Luis Mejia.
A ball and no strikes.
Looked like he was trying to work in a front door curveball there, but it seemed like it popped out of his hand a little early, causing it to miss inside.
And that's in there for his strike 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Stepping in, Ronaldo Dean. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Missed with a breaking ball. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
In now, Ray Conley. As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Swinging a soft liner, and that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Dan, how frustrating is that right there? You execute your spot, keep the ball down below the zone, and the hitter's still able to execute and drive it up the middle.
You know, that's one of the things, Mark, as a pitcher, you're taught to work down in the zone. You're not always going to have the ball hit to one of your fielders, but if you consistently keep the ball down in the zone, good things will happen.
Junior Garcia is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. Throw over to the bag, and he'll get back in standing. Conley leads off first with 1 away. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
Now batting. Catcher.
Stepping in now, Hugh Eubanks. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Now a circle change, but he takes it low, ball 2.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
2-1. A runner on first with 2 away. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Rough Riders are out in front, 2-0. Leading off the inning, Miguel Campos, and they'll need him to get something going here. First delivery to him on the way. Way in front of a great slider that time.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count, find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
1-1 the count now. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner.
Hey, I don't blame him right there, giving up on that inside curveball, little front hipper. That's a tough pitch. You just can't figure out where the point of contact should be.
Cut fastball misses 2-2. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Classic slider, down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
The batter, third baseman, Jim Farrar.
Into the box, Jim Farrar, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch is strike 2, swinging. Off speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Standing in now, Marcos Aparicio. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. The 0-2 once more is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Nothing doing here this half. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Rough Riders lead it 2-0. At the plate, Dean Jimenez. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Oh, he pulls the string on the circle change. 1-2. 1-2. Misses off the plate. Missed with a slider.
Great AB so far. I'd really like to see this guy work a walk and get on base for this team. Maybe give them a shot of confidence that they got a shot to get back in this one.
Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
Into the box now, Luis Mejia.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Hey, after starting the game 0 for 2 with 2 punch outs, that single had to feel good right there. Nice piece of hit.
Now batting, right fielder.
And a step off. In now, Ronaldo Dean, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Mejia, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
No balls and 1 strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. A wave and a miss.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
The 1-2 is low and outside for a ball.
Broke out the sweeping slider right there and just missed off the edge. If he would have caught the corner right there, I think he's got a backwards K.
The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters due up in the bottom of inning number 6. The Rough Riders are out in front, 4-0. Ready once again, Junior Garcia. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally. Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
Now at the plate, Hugh Eubanks. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something in the zone. Somebody's got to be willing to take a pitch, maybe move something the other way to kind of calibrate what the strike zone's going to be.
1-1 the count. A ball and 2 strikes now.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Into the box, Miguel Campos. And that misses for ball one. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. Cut fastball, and it's by him, 1-1. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up, ball 2. And he gets him to wave at that one. It's 2-2.
Boy, he's been great in this one. He's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now. Starting to run out of innings here as they are unable to cut into the deficit. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Leading off the inning, Jim Farrar, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1.
As long as you actually get it inside, that 2-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now.
Yet another strikeout for him on the mound. And fellas, this has been one of his favorite victims tonight. That's the 3rd time he sent him packing. So he's got him pretty well figured out. Not that the rest of this lineup has been much better.
The left fielder, number 34.
Standing in now, Marcos Aparicio, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. No hits to this point. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Got him for an even 20 strikeouts now thus far, as he's just been flat unhittable.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there, the straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Now at the plate, Dean Jimenez. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
No balls and a strike to count. And now a pitch on the way. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count, 0-2. Coming up on the century mark in pitches now through the first 7 2/3.
And he's going to empty the bucket right here.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Nothing across here this half. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Rough Riders are out in front, 4-0. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Luis Mejia. He singled his last time up. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that one stayed up a little high. The 2-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
Curveball, and he thought it was strike 2. Instead, it goes to 3-1. Ronaldo Dean will be next. And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now, 3-2. And another strikeout as nobody can touch him in this one.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Stepping in now, Ronaldo Dean. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. It could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. One and one. One out, nobody on. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Don't kid yourself. He's well aware that he has the hat trick right now. And after that swinging strike, he's looking at the golden sombrero.
And he'll step off. And there's another one. Strike 3 as he just continues to mow guys down.
Wow, he's just a lost cause in this one. That's the 4th time he struck out in this game alone, and that's not something you'll forget very quickly. That's about as bad of a day as you can have.
Ready now, Ray Conley. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
First pitch curveball swung on and missed. Strike 1.
Hey, he's looking to punch out the side right here. And if this guy's going to do him favors and swing outside the zone, that's exactly what's going to happen.
A ball and a strike now. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And this will be a called strike 2. And trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
You know, I think that curveball in the previous pitch had him thinking about getting another one because there's no...
And he gets strike 3 called to end it here. And with that, this one is over.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout. This guy was in total command from the 1st inning through the 9th. Totally dominant in this one.
A 5-0 finish tonight. Frisco jumped out to an early lead in the 1st and never looked back. Richard Sanderson earns win number 4 on the season. And it's a dandy, a complete game, 3-hit performance. Dwayne Wetzel was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that just about... Welcome into this presentation of minor league baseball from the AA Texas League. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Frisco Rough Riders and the Corpus Christi Hooks. Now at the plate, Ray Conley. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the 1st.
Designated hitter, Ray Conley.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. Yeah, you should take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. They come in a bit of a rough patch. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Yeah, Matty V, we got a couple of teams right now that haven't been playing very good baseball, D-Row. One of these 2 teams needs to get things turned around and start things off on a good note and win the first game of the series.
It just takes 1 W to put a good taste in your mouth. I'm telling you, I know both teams come in on a losing streak, but someone finds a gap, someone puts their best foot forward and has a nice outing on the mound. This can turn around super quick.
For the moment now, let's have a look at the home team starting lineup. What's your take as they try to get back to their winning ways, D-Row?
Yeah, Matty, a lot of professional at-bats up and down this lineup. I know they're behind right now, but it only takes one guy to set the tone and get the boys going.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row. But both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead and try to throw another one.
Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Jim Bolton is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. Oh, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
A little bouncer. That winds up foul. 2 out, nobody on. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Santiago will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Nothing across here this half of the inning. 1 inning in the books here. The Rough Riders lead it 1-0. Leading off the inning, Junior Garcia, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Here's a strike.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down and away.
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the visitors. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out.
I know he fouled that pitch off right there, but he was definitely out in front. He was cheating to a heater, no question about it.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
Into the box now, Ronaldo Dean, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2. And he watches a called third strike on the cut fastball that time, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back. Leading off the inning, Jim Farrar, and they'll need him to get something going here. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. Popped up. Bruno is there. 1 down.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Into the box, Marcos Aparicio. As he will swing and miss on a fastball on the outer half. It's strike one. He's ready for his first at bat of this early season contest. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
I mean, these guys look more like lumberjacks than professional hitters right now. They're hacking at everything.
And a swing and a miss and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2. And you see it there on your screen. Strikeout number 100 for him on the year, and that ain't bad. At the plate, Lewis Kirk. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. 3 innings complete. The Rough Riders are out in front, 1-0. Stepping into the box, Ray Conley. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
The windup and the 0-1. And that one just missed outside.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
2-1 to count. Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
I got to count 2-2.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Standing in now, Manuel Rodriguez. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there. It's strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. Now he'll step off. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Stepping in now, Jim Bolton. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Hit hard on the ground to second. And there's their first hit of the game.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball back.
Now batting, first baseman, Junior Garcia.
In now, Junior Garcia, as he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-0 home is taken, strike 1. Bolton is off of first with 2 away. Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The Rough Riders lead it 3-0. Leading off the inning, Douglas McGill, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Douglas McGill.
Now the pitch. Good off-speed pitch, had him out in front for strike 1.
He's been pitching really well so far in this one as we cruise into the middle innings. One of the big reasons why, 80% first pitch strike ratio. If he continues that, he might be able to finish this one.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit to the mound. And oh, this is off the second base bag, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. That's a nice piece of hitting. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
Now batting, third baseman, Jim Farrar.
Into the box now, Jim Farrar, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Runners on first with 1 down. And a step off. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game. Stepping into the box, Marcos Aparicio. From the belt, the pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Dean leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no error. Striding in once again, Lewis Kirk. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
I know it goes without saying, but the best pitch in baseball is getting ahead with a first pitch strike. That's why this guy's been able to stay in this game, pounding the zone.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2, here it comes. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Kirk is retired, and there's one away.
Good job of getting him to chase the ball in the dirt right there. Hey, also credit the catcher for keeping it close and finishing it off with a good throw to first. That's harder than it looks, but big league catchers make it look easy sometimes.
The batter, number 2, designated hitter, Ray.
And he'll step off. Standing in now, Ray Conley.
He'll swing and lift a ball fouled off to the left and out of play.
0 for 2 for him to this point. Set to deliver the 0-1. Missed with a slider. Breaking ball in for a strike. Bases are empty, one man out. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
The windup and the 0-1. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit, maybe choke up and try.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We're through 6 full. The Rough Riders are out in front. Digging in once again, Jim Fulton. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Boy, not even close with that one, and he's behind 0-1.
Real nice curveball there. Had a lot of late break, and he waved right through that one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time, and that's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
The batter.
Stepping in now, Junior Garcia. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now.
Yet another strikeout for him on the mound. And fellas, this has been one of his favorite victims tonight. That's the 3rd time he sent him packing. So he's got him pretty well figured out. Not that the rest of this lineup has been much better.
In now, Douglas McGill. As he grounds one briskly to short. Piedra ranges to his right. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So nothing happening this time around. 8th inning coming up. The Rough Riders lead it 3-0. Into the box, Ronaldo Dean. He singled his last time up.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2. Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now.
That's not an at-bat he's going to look back on and be happy about. Obviously, the strikeout result isn't good, but to go down on 3 pitches and none of which were even in the strike zone, as you see there, that's not a good look.
Now batting.
Into the box, Jim Farrar. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And that one stayed up a little high. And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
The 1-2. Popped him up. Piedra has a play. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Into the box now, Marcos Aparicio, and they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Strike one to start the at-bat. 2 out, nobody on. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
Boy, he's been great in this one. He's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. Got him for an even 20 strikeouts now thus far, as he's just been flat unhittable. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We've played 8 full. The Rough Riders are out in front, 3-0. Striding in to start the 9th, Lewis Kirk, and they'll need him to get something going here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through it. 1 strike. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Something that stood out to me in this game is the lineup's lack of a solid plan at the plate. Seems like way too many guys are chasing pitches out of the zone and trying to hit pitchers like that one down and away. There's no success in that.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Lewis Kirk is sent packing to begin the bottom of the inning.
Wow, that's one of the toughest pitches in baseball to hit right. That good straight changeup, El Cambio. There's not much you can do with that. You're going off of that arm speed, and the ball, it just doesn't get there.
Standing in now, Ray Conley. No balls and 1 strike. And it's quickly 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. And another strikeout, as nobody can touch him in this one.
6 pitches, 2 strikeouts in the inning. Hard to beat that. And beyond that, he has to feel good about the way the curveball is coming out of his hand. That was a nasty looking pitch. Striding forward now is the DH, Manuel Rodriguez. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout. Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
1-0 the count. The 1-0 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1. Taken, called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Piedra is there on to first, and that's your ball game.
Wow, talk about total dominance. 9 innings, only 2 hits allowed. That's about as good as it gets. This guy was as good in the 9th inning as he was in the first. So close to baseball history.
And tonight's ends as a 3-0 shutout win. Frisco jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Richard Sanderson earns his 5th winner of the year.
A manager confronts his pitching staff about an unacceptable team statistic.
Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight, the second of 4 between the San Antonio Missions and the Frisco Rough Riders. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Richard Sanderson is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, it's real easy to see why this guy's one of the top pitchers. His strikeout per 9 ratio is off the charts. What does that tell me? Not only is his stuff good, but when he throws it in the strike zone, he's tough to hit. If he brings his A game, pack up your bats because he's going to punch out quite a few hitters.
At the plate, Rodney Schmidt, and we are set for baseball here this evening. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And we kick things off tonight with a swing and a miss for a first pitch strike as we're underway. Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, the first game of any series is super important. You have a chance to set the tone. Whether it's 3-game set or a 4-game set, you take the first one, you put that other team on their heels.
Oh, a tough pitch to lay off that time, but he got away with it. 1-2. Very mild temperatures as we begin tonight. 58 degrees here at first pitch. The 1-2 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
You know, Matty, I took a look at this lineup today and getting a chance to talk to some of the guys around the cage. One thing that they preached to me was the fact that they were dead last in the league in grounding into double plays, and well aware of the fact that they don't shoot themselves in the foot. They give themselves a chance when they're putting guys on base to drive in runs and not get that 2-for-1 sale.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. The 1-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Thomas Good stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. The three of us return with more Wednesday night baseball. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Freddie Newcomb, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Freddie Newcomb.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Yeah, you attack the zone and get a swing and a miss that late on your first pitch fastball. Good chance he's coming right back with the same thing.
A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Oh, he pulls the string on the circle change, 1-2. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Okay, here's the defense for the home team. And if you look at the numbers on this team, defensively, they're in the top 5 fewest errors in the league. Flashing the leather, picking and grinning. Keep an eye on them. They play stout defense.
Here's the first pitch to him. Breaking ball in for a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Oh, man, he just tied him up in knots right there.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Now a check swing. The appeal down to Earl Hendricks at third. No swing. It's ball 1. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it, like he did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
Coming to the plate now, Adolfo Tejeda. He brings a hit streak that currently sits at 6 games entering play. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Man, you don't see this in today's game that much. The guy who's willing to work east-west consistently with a great cutter 2-seamer combo.
Good arm action there, but this one misses, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. And he struck him out. So a fine inning here as he strikes out this side in order. So they go quietly here in this half inning. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. So coming to the plate, Dudley Alonso. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only 1 score. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike. Missed with a breaking ball.
That curveball stayed up in the zone. You'll see that often early in the game where a pitcher's trying to find that release point, particularly with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he's able to settle down as this game moves on.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. And they just can't touch him right now as this is swung on and missed. 7 punch outs now, and there's 1 away.
Boy, this guy has really good stuff so far in this one. How about 7 Ks, and we're just in the middle innings of this one. If he continues this up, this could be a real solid performance.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Tom Bergeron. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. There's that slider truly in an unhittable spot. It's 1-1. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
That's back-to-back punch-outs, and he's really starting to rack them up now, guys. I've got 8 strikeouts in my scorebook for him now, so he's got good stuff.
Into the box now, Louis Hadley. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Now the 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
Hate to do it, but I've got to question the pitch calling right there. With a guy like this at the plate, you got to attack him with your fastball instead of pitching him like he's a middle-of-the-order power guy.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. And might have thought it was high, but it's a strike. 3-2 now. And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Digging in, Rodney Schmidt, man at first after the 2-out walk. In there for strike 1.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
Behind 0-2 now. Now the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. Piedra is under it, and that's the 3rd out. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0. Digging in the switch hitter, Rich Tippett. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Now batting.
In now, Thomas Good.
He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
He's 0 for 1 thus far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Way out in front.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Striding into the box, Freddie Newcomb. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And that's taken for strike 1.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
On could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. So add 1 more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. The 3 of us. Leading off the inning, Tyrone Adorno, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. They want to get things going. How about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Now it's 2-0.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at-bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's a real good count at 2-0.
And he fouls this one off. To 2-2 now.
Great off-speed pitch right there. He was definitely sitting fastball, wanted to turn and burn. Everything went flying. This pitcher might be on the attack with that pitch all game long.
The 2-2. And he checked his swing, but it's a strike three called, and that's the first out of the inning.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Stepping in now, Adolfo Tejeda. As he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Settling in now, Dudley Alonso. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better.
Obviously not where he wanted that curveball to end up, but I guess it fooled him enough to get the swing and miss.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he's going to add to the total. 14 punch-outs now as that ends the inning. He's through 5 without allowing a hit. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Rough Riders lead it 1-0. Digging in, Tom Bergeron. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. First delivery to him on the way. Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike. Oh, 1 pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustment. He stayed staunch on the outer half, and these guys have not worked the ball the other way.
Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game.
He's been in total control out there tonight. Gets the leadoff guy with a strikeout there, and it just seems like we've seen so many off-balance swings and weakly hit balls in this one.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Late that time for a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk, coming right after him here.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The next 0-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Now batting, third baseman.
Standing in now, Rodney Schmidt. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. So he's through 6 full now, and he has yet to surrender a base hit. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. The Rough Riders are out in front, 1-0. Now at the plate, Rich Tippett. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings.
So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. The thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row, back to back to back, but I think he might throw it here.
Striding in, Thomas Good. He got called out on strikes his last time through. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Just a tick behind for a strike.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something in the zone. Somebody's got to be willing to take a pitch, maybe move something the other way to kind of calibrate what the strike zone's going to be.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
I know this team has been struggling offensively, but here's a perfect situation with a 3-1 count. You have a chance to do some damage. You know you're getting a guaranteed fastball.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Looking to send him packing again. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
Into the box, Freddie Newcomb. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Grounder down the line at third. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Slider, good 2-strike pitch, but it misses. 1-2. 2 out, nobody on. Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now. 7 no-hit innings now as he closes in on his masterpiece. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. The Rough Riders lead it 1-0. Leading off the inning, Tyrone Adorno, and they'll need him to get something going here.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you got to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going.
The 0-1 on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike one.
You could just see this guy out on the mound right here. Just the body language. He knows he's on top of his game. Executing a nasty slider down the way right there, giving this offense no chance.
Behind 0-2 now. Trying to strike him out for the third time. Got him for an even 20 strikeouts now thus far, as he's just been flat unhittable.
Well, a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 outs remain, but the finish line is starting to come into focus now.
Digging in, Dudley Alonso. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. Circle change and a beauty. It's 0-2. Now he'll step off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And that one just missed outside.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
The 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging in the dirt. And the throw to first ends the inning. So he's through 8 innings now, and he'll sit to prepare for one last hurrah. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Rough Riders are out in front, 2-0. Standing in, Tom Bergeron. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command. 0-2. And there's another one. Strike 3 as he just continues to mow guys down.
Yet another strikeout for him on the mound. And fellas, this has been one of his favorite victims tonight. That's the 3rd time he sent him packing. So he's got him pretty well figured out. Not that the rest of this lineup has been much better.
Into the box now, Louis Hadley. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He went down on strikes last time up. Setting him up inside as he swings and misses for strike 2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And another strikeout as nobody can touch him in this one.
6 pitches, 2 strikeouts in the inning. Hard to beat that. And beyond that, he has to feel good about the way the curveball is coming out of his hand. That was a nasty-looking pitch.
In now, Rodney Schmidt. Yes, he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1. Here's a little chopper up the middle. And they get the force, and that will officially do it. It's a no-hitter.
Well, it's something that every pitcher who's ever picked up a baseball dreams about, and he's done it. A no-hit gem in one of the most dominant performances I've seen in a while. He's in the record books forever now.
Well, obviously, after a no-hitter, there's not a whole lot of debate as to the identity of our top player of the game.
Yeah, probably the easiest player of the game decision we'll have to make all year. He got some help along the way from his defense, but all in all, this was his show, and he winds up in the history books with a no-hitter.
Here now is our final line score. First, for the victorious Rough Riders, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 18 runners on base. For the Mission, no runs, on no hits, 1 error. They left just 1 runner on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 23 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
A minor leaguer is assigned temporarily to a new role.
Richard Sanderson comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Richard Sanderson.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rich Cedeno. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And that's dead center for strike one.
Objective number one right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Off the plate, ball one.
And that one cut a little too much, a ball and a strike. Sanderson is a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the park. It's a rare day that someone takes him deep, which obviously makes him a very valuable commodity in the bullpen.
One of the things as a manager you want to do, you want to bring a reliever in and know that he can keep the ball in the ballpark, and this guy does a great job of that. He's near impossible to get the ball in the air to lift for a home run, and it's one of the reasons why he's a real effective relief pitcher.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have two more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
Donnie Atwood.
First pitch on its way. A swing and a miss at a ball down. Missed with a slider.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Popped him up. Piedra over to his right, and that's the second out of the inning. Now in the box, Walt Medley, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. First offering on its way. Late that time for a strike.
0-1.
And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight.
When you find yourself in an 0-2 hole against one of the best hurlers in baseball, you're basically just hoping to make contact. He's so good at putting guys away, though.
And this is a strike three called, and a bit of a questionable ending there as the ball game is over.
Yeah, and that's just a punch to the gut of the home fans as they watch their team fall behind in the top of the ninth. Then they can't get it done at the bottom and come away with a loss.
8-5 tonight. Frisco capitalized on a huge ninth inning on the way to the win. Pablo Valdez earns his third win of the year in relief. Richard Sanderson hammers down the save, his first of the year. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa. Richard Sanderson takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Richard Sanderson.
Striding in to start the ninth, Tom Bergeron, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Just a tick behind for a strike. Sanderson has been enjoying a great season, and fans have noticed he's currently leading all closers in all-star votes.
Hey, let's give a round of applause to the fans for voting this guy first at his position right now. He is not what comes to mind when you think all-star, but you know what? Check the numbers right now in the first half. He has been a dominant player. This is well-deserved.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a ball rolls softly to second. Bruno charging in on it, and there's one down now. So striding in, Tyrone Adorno. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at bat. It's ball one.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
In there, 1-1. One out, nobody on. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike two. He'll try again, 1-2. Comes back with the cut fastball for strike three called, and there are two down. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Now batting, center fielder, Rich Tippett.
First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1. Fans on their feet in a one-run ball game in the last of the ninth. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
This is part of what makes him one of the best pitchers in the game. He pounds strikes, and his stuff is really tough to make contact.
Oh, wow, what a stop. Safe. Exceptional effort out there, but that base hit puts the potential tying run at first.
Hey, that's a heck of a job by the shortstop right there for him to range, at least get to that ball and show his pitcher with a diving stop. He's willing to get dirty all day long. Wasn't able to complete the play, but the effort was there.
Now batting, third baseman, Rodney.
Standing in now, Rodney Schmidt, as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike one. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
You know, it's always nice to get that first one under your belt when you start a 4-game series on the road. Takes a little bit of the wind out of the sails of the guys in the home dugout and gives you confidence to come back and do it again tomorrow.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. The Frisco Rough Riders rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Ruben Batista earns the win, his second. Richard Sanderson closes the door for the save, his second. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Final line score. First for the victorious Rough Riders.
player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Richard Sanderson enters from the pen now as they've saved their closer until this deep into extra innings.
Sanderson.
Stepping up to the plate, Dan Voigt. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. Pitch on the way. And that's in there for strike one. Way in front of that fastball.
This is part of what makes him one of the best pitchers in the game. He pounds strikes, and his stuff is really tough to make contact with. And when you fall behind 0-2, good luck.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Ready on 1 and 2. And that one just missed outside.
Man, this at-bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
And there's his first base hit in this one. So the leadoff man reaches base safely here in extra innings. And he needed extra innings to get it, but there's his first hit of the game, and that'll keep the hit streak alive and kicking.
And T-Row, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball, right? You go extra innings, that lineup turns over, and was able to get him 1 extra AB.
Yeah, and he'd be lying right now if he said he wasn't thinking about it. The boys hooked him up right there. Pitching staff extended the game a little bit. 1 more plate appearance, and he extends the hit streak.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
And that misses 1-1. Go ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. Popped him up. Bruno is there for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Digging in now, Jerome Shackelford, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. And he lays off there 1-0.
In my opinion, there is no one in this bullpen that relishes a moment like this on the mound other than this guy. It looks like he feeds off the challenge of pitching in tight games.
And that'll miss up an in ball 2.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a 3rd time.
Oh, not what you want to be doing on 2-0. Back to 2-1 now.
For the most part, he's looked really locked in at the plate in this game. Not so much on that swing, though.
Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. 1 hit, 1 left. Yet another shot to end it right here as we move on to the home. It was mostly pitching and defense in this one, but the man you see here made some noise with the bat, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a multi-hit game, and more importantly, they were big hits. He was a key contributor to the outcome of this one.
Richard Sanderson takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. In now, Robert Abe. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a changeup over the outside corner. Atwood over at second. Mercado at first. 2 out in the inning. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, he didn't even break a sweat in this one. 3 pitches, he gets the out and heads to the clubhouse to celebrate. Can't do much better than that.
8-4 tonight. The Frisco Rough Riders jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Ramon Castillo claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score. First for the victorious Rough Riders, 8 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left